extra stuff and then cuts to the video. Cut. So, it's July 1st actually, and that means we're basically halfway through the year. I think the actual halfway mark is July 2nd. I think it's July 2nd at like midnight. So, how are you doing on your goals? Did you set goals at all? And if not, well, there's still time. There's 6 months left in the year to set some goals and to crush them. And if you did set goals, how are you doing on them? So today I kind of wanted to just check in, see how you're doing on your goals. And if you're new here, can I help you set some goals? Because I think that's more than anything else. I think that gets me excited, is getting other people to set goals. And it's like, I know that it's all like, well, I'm not gonna do it. And it's like, man, even just setting goals, I think, and having some intentionality in your life, I think can produce results for you and get you further down the path than you think it might, and that maybe you ever thought could be possible. So I wholeheartedly, I'm not trying to sell anybody anything. I will recommend books that I like, but I think I get an Amazon kickback if you buy with the Amazon link in the descriptions. But like, no, man, getting excited about goals gets me up in the morning, and gets me making ASMR videos at night. So, if you're new here, I set goals every year that are a little crazy, that are hard to reach, and they're by design hard to reach. And so I've been doing it for about a decade now, and I feel like it's helped me a lot, just in my general day-to-day, and give me some direction, because I'm a full-time freelancer, and so my direct path of like what to do next is not always obvious. So having some things to fall back on that I could work on every day, or every day that I'm like, I don't have anything else to do, it keeps me from spiraling to dark places of like, I suck, no one's ever gonna hire me again, etc., etc. And we got strawberries the other day, in case you're wondering. It's my favorite non-caffeine one. Anyway, so the goals, if you need a reminder, my goals for the year: to practice 100 hours of off-ice hockey skill practice, to ride 1,000 miles on bikes, to fast, abstain from eating for 4,000 hours, and it must be at least 12-hour blocks to count, read 50 books, pay down my debt, mostly credit card debt and some medical debt, contribute 6,000 to my IRA, which is the max you can contribute, go on 50 park adventures with my dog Bear, and it's not necessarily park adventures, it could be anything, or I take him to a new place to experience new things, or, a nice park. So, do 260 visuals, like, it's hard to explain what a visual is if you don't know, but it's like a doodle, that's like a quote mixed with a doodle, and hand lettering. That's 260 because that's the number of working days in 2022, which that's a goal I just started in May, because it was woodworking, but then I come to realize that like Nebraska's not very friendly to be outside, and my garage space is just not big enough to like have a woodworking space and a hockey space. So I either get my fitness center or a workshop. I can't really have both. So I ditched that goal and switched it to this one. Watch 365 films and create 500 pieces of content, basically YouTube videos essentially. So yeah, those are the goals, and I am a little behind, which that's pretty common for me. I'm usually behind on my goals, but I set lofty goals anyway because I want to go after them. I want to, like I said, like you get further down the road than you think you can, and every year I'm chasing like to get a little bit better. I think my best completion rate was something like 65%. So that said, we're halfway done with the year. I'm currently sitting at 27% completed, so off by a good margin. So here's where we're at. 100 hours of off-ice hockey practice. I'm at 1,320 minutes, which is a progress rate of 22%, so I'm off pace by 27%. I also I did some math. So to get to the baseline, like to get even, I need to do 1,672 minutes of hockey practice. But I just bought a new cool toy that's called a Super Deaker. It's like a game, kind of. It's like a stick handling game, and so essentially how it works is it has like a special puck, and it's got a stick handling surface, and little lights light up, and you move the puck that has a sensor over the light, and then it counts your score. It goes for 45 seconds. It's pretty neat. So I just got that tonight. I'm pretty excited to play with it. So I'm thinking those numbers are going to go up a lot this next month, especially because I don't have a ton of work scheduled, which I'm also really excited about because I can work on my goals because I'm behind because I've been a little busy, which is fine. Okay, so that's goal 1. Goal 2, 1,000 miles on bikes. This is the only one I'm actually on top of. I'm at 563 miles, which puts me 6% ahead of the pace. So not bad. I think if I didn't ride a mile at all this month, I would break even. I'd be right on pace. So I'm hoping to crush that goal. This is the first time I've ever gotten this far at that goal this early. Like I've had 1,000 miles on bikes as a goal for several years, and I've never come. I think the best I got was 600. So I'm gonna fucking crush that goal this year. That goal's going down. Fast for 4,000 hours. I'm at 1,339.5 hours. I don't think I added yesterday's fasting. Actually, now that I think about it, I did not. Okay, hold on. I had 15 hours. That was on 6:30. Okay, sorry about that. Let's go back to the goal. So I'm at 1,355 hours of fasting, which puts me at 33% completion, off by 15%. Not bad. That one I feel like I can catch up on. I'm really getting back into the fasting. I've got like a week streak or something like that going. Read 50 books. I've read 9. I'm almost done with book number 10, which puts me at 18% for the year, so way behind on that one. Pay down debt. I've paid down $4,027.79, which sounds like a lot, but like I have a lot of debt. And my goal for the year was to pay off. It's like a little under $20,000. So, yeah, I know. I got really irresponsible with credit cards over COVID, trying to fill gaps in my existence. So I got about $13,243 to go. The problem with that though is like interest charges. Like it keeps, every time you make a little progress, you get kicked in the fucking teeth with the interest charges. So don't get into debt. That's my advice there. Contribute $6,000 to my IRA. I'm at $1,930, which is 32%, so not too bad. Only off by about 1,000. So I set those goals, and now I'm $6,000 better off financially than I would have been if I kind of just half-assed at those two things. Didn't contribute any money to my IRA. Park times. We've gone 11 times to the park, so we're behind by quite a bit. We're behind by 13 park. But the beginning of the year is hard because Nebraska sucks and it's cold in January, and then it kind of starts snowing February, March, April. So it's hard to take the dog to the park because it's either cold and shitty or there's snow and mud on the ground. So hopefully we'll get going here this summer. We'll catch up pretty fast. 260 visuals, slashing, and lettering pieces. I'm at 32, which isn't bad considering I started like mid-May. Which I need to have 75 more to get on track. So pretty far off actually. 365 films. I'm doing okay at that one. I'm at 115 films watched, which puts me 67 off, which I don't have a lot of work this month. I could conceivably watch 2-3 movies a day. I'm probably not gonna go all out because I think my goal this month, and kind of what I want to talk about for the rest of the video, is that last one, 500 pieces of content. I'm at 97. This will be number 98, which puts me 152 behind. So that's a lot behind. And so I'm thinking like, okay, July is like Independence, Independence Day, Independence Month, whatever you want to call it. And so it's like I've really been thinking a lot, especially with like the recession. We're basically in the early stages of the recession now. The inflation is out of control. Gas prices are crazy. And you could already see people pulling back on their spending. And that translates to my work in mostly advertising and doing event photography work, especially as, photography is more and more commoditized. And I feel like with every passing day, there's so many photos, it's worth less and less. And just documenting a thing versus documenting it well. Anybody could document things okay with their iPhone these days. Not anybody, but anybody that works in marketing knows enough about their iPhone to take an okay picture, if not better. And so, like, some places don't hire me as much because they just have their marketing intern go with that cell phone, snap a couple pics, and they call that good. And it's like, who can blame them? I saw that coming. And so I'm working on pivoting towards doing more content for YouTube. And I'm not sure what else, but basically making stuff for the internet, getting paid that way. Currently, YouTube provides $400 or $500 a month, which is not, there's nothing to sneeze at, but it doesn't pay the rent. So this month, I think I'm going to make a concerted effort to really push, really make a lot of content and try to step up the game there. So I'm going to be making shorts both on this channel and I'm going to be making videos on my other channel, which is just my name. You can find the link down below, which is kind of like productivity for creatives and like creative tutorials, that kind of stuff. But I'm going to be making shorts there too. And then I'm thinking about trying to also loop back in the movie review channel I had kind of started but really haven't done anything with. And just really hammer it. And it's like, okay, if you had 3 channels that you were making shorts for every day, that's 90 videos conceivably, plus making, daily-ish videos for ASMR. That's another 30. That's 120 videos. Like, okay, that's a lot of fucking videos. But, it doesn't take a ton of time to make a short. I feel like I haven't made one yet. But I'm thinking, okay, I have so many ideas for videos that I probably have over 1,000 ideas for videos, like for all the channels, if you put them all together. And then I probably have another ideas for 20 other channels. And so something I've always thought would be awesome would be just to be a full-time YouTuber, and not like a big YouTuber, but just have like 20 different channels and then like a staff that like helps support and make that. And I think it's doable. I think there's something to be said about just having just a shitload of content out there, and it all just kind of trickles in. There's a phrase by a YouTuber I like where he just says, having more lines in the water gets you where you want to go. And so, like, I've been thinking about that a lot. And it's just, especially with like this channel, it's like I never really know what videos are gonna do well. Some of my Whisper videos, like a lot of my Whisper videos don't break 200. Some of them don't even break 100. But I've had a couple that got to like 5,000, which is pretty great. But then I have some of the no dogging videos that have gotten like 20, 30,000 views. And it's like, some of them have like 10 views. So it's like, there definitely is an element of luck. And so, the more lightning rods you put out, the more likely you are to catch some lightning. So that's kind of what I'm banking on this next month. And if nothing else, just getting better at making content and kind of, especially with the other channel about productivity for creatives, kind of getting some of my thoughts and ideas out of my head and kind of crystallizing them. And I think even if that channel doesn't do well, even if that channel doesn't get monetized here by the end of the year, which is kind of like a sub goal I've had, I think it'll be worth the effort for my day-to-day business with my client-facing work, to make it worth the effort. So I don't see why not. Seems like a good plan. Yeah. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm a little behind, but I've got a good month here, and I'm kind of specifically drawing back from client work that requires a lot of time-intensive work. I'm going to be mostly focusing on just doing event photos, which are easy for me to turn and burn, and crew work on the video side, where I just show up, shoot, go home, get paid. If I can stay out of, meetings, phone calls, pre-production stuff, and post-production stuff, especially because post-production takes a lot of the my mental bandwidth. It just takes that offline for things, and everything takes way longer than you think it should or does, and it's just, so. Oh man, I feel burp coming on. I had some chicken for dinner. I got this canned chicken from Costco. It's pretty good, but it's making me gassy as hell. So don't know if I'd recommend it. It's okay. I mean, it's not as good as their frozen chicken, but when you just want to make a salad with some chicken in it, and you don't want to get a chicken pressed out and go through the hassle of air frying it and stuff, you just pop the can and dump it in the bowl with the lettuce and the blueberries and the pumpkin seeds and the ranch and I didn't put any bacon bits in. Ah, dang. My salad was not as good as it could have been. But yeah, I've been jamming on salads lately, and I want to get back into salads because another one of my goals for the year that's harder to quantify is I want to be really effing good at hockey. And there is 127 days until the hockey season starts. So I know I need to lose some weight because so being fast on the ice is a product. There's a hockey coach that explained it. It's your relative strength, and it's your stride length times your stride frequency. So stride frequency is how fast your feet can move. Stride length is how far you can push, because if you can have a longer leg, you're getting more force production. And then relative strength, which is just your weight versus your strength. And so if you can squat 500 pounds, we'll say, to make the math easy, then and you weigh 200 pounds, you would be able to skate much faster if you weighed 190 instead. There's just less of the overall max. It's math and stuff and science, and it's getting real into the weeds that I don't fully understand enough to explain. So, but lose weight, be faster on the ice. You can be stronger, be faster on the ice. So those are the kind of two goals here for the next 127 days, along with making a fuck ton of content. So, yeah, buckle in. There's gonna be a lot of stuff, and that's all I got for you. So, that said, I hope you're doing well, and if not, well, I hope that turns around for you real soon. And if you do want it to turn around, set some fucking goals. Let's do it. Leave a comment down below, and I will help you set 1 or 2 goals that I think anybody should be able to do. But that will be specifically a little more tailored to your situation and what you want out of life. So, let's do it. Let's set some goals. Let's crush this year. This year has been dog shit, just like last year and just like the year before. Things are in a steady decline, so we need to do what we can to improve ourselves, to survive, basically. And if you're like me, I just can't fucking look at the internet anymore. I gotta do something. So hopefully you'll join me, and we can make this a little better place for everyone involved. So thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.